Hey, NorCal Carters. It is, wow, it's already August. It's August 1st, 2022. It's Monday. It's NorCal Mondays. This is Ashley's show. I'm just sitting here. And thank you for joining us. Tonight, we're going to have a full panel. I think this is Junior Show 3.0. So, yeah, the juniors, they just know how to build a show for us. So it's great. And Ashley and I really enjoy giving the juniors the platform to get comfortable in front of cameras and do interviews. And a lot of these kids we know from the track, and they have great personalities. And it's Ashley's and my job to bring their personality out on the cameras. But before we get to our panel, we have some housekeeping items here. So coming up this weekend, Prairie City two-stroke weekend. And then there's also Northern Nevada Kart Club. They will have a race this weekend. They will be live streaming. And planning ahead, NCK Road Racing. They just opened up registration for their Button Willow race. That is going to be a Saturday event. So road racers, get out there and support NCK. Actually, Carters, just support any club in general. But NCK, they've just been hammered over the past couple of years because their track fees are expensive because they're on the large, big tracks. And a couple of years ago, some of the racers were complaining because the races were on Monday. Well, they were on Monday because the track was cheaper. So now they have a Saturday race. So go to NCK Road Racing, register for the Button Willow event. That is the Button Willow Big Track. That is Saturday, August 13th. And also our friends over at Illuminos, Rob Soares, he will have arrive and drive carts available. You have to call him in advance so he can prep the carts for you. But there is the option to do arrive and drives for the road race stuff with Illuminos karting. So that's going on August 13th. And other big news that we had breaking a couple weeks ago. Rockfest West is coming to Sonoma on August 20th and the 21st. And Ashley and I, we will be out there. Right now, we're actually going to live stream them as well. So Rockfest West will be live streamed through the Rock Sonoma YouTube channel. So basically how it's going to work, it's going to be Rock Sonoma race number 6 and Rockfest West run in combination. So pay attention to any news from the Camerons. They're changing the schedule around. They will also have the Las Vegas prizes available for Rockfest West. So pay attention to all the news coming out. There's going to be a lot of it over the next couple of weeks. And so those are the big races coming up right away. And then you could always go to NorCalCarters.com, click on our events tab, go to our calendar, and we have all the races listed there as well. So in these formats, we just kind of blast through it so we can get to our guests. And then we also want to mention Gorilla Barbecue. Thank you for the support for another year. So Gorilla Barbecue has stepped up over the past couple of years to help support NorCal Carters. They're a huge supporter of karting in general. Rich Bakke is a big integral part of the Track Magic owners group. So if you have a Track Magic cart or you're just kind of a recreational karting in general, that's a great group to join. They're on Facebook, affectionately known as TMOG, but Track Magic Owners Group. So Gorilla Barbecue and Rich Bakke, thank you again for the support. And Ashley was very excited about this one. Ashley has her own promo code now with Molecule Sports. So if you have racing equipment, gear, carts, etc., and you like the Molecule product, you can go to moleculesports.com. And when you check out, use promo code NorCal15, and you will get a 15% discount off your orders. So NorCal15 at Molecule Sports. And without further ado, let's bring up Ashley. Sorry, Ashley, give me 1 second here. I lost my tabs. All right, here's Ashley.
Hey, NorCal. All right, so we got some shout outs. CCKRA, they were in Santa Maria over the weekend, and they had, I want to say, almost 100 entries. So that was pretty awesome, right? But I want to also hit on planning ahead as well. So, CCKRA, September 3rd and 4th at the Fresno Fairgrounds. We're going to have a temporary track so you can practice on a temporary surface before any of the Vegas races. If you have not run with barriers before, this is where you need to be. Okay. I'll be there. It's gonna be a great time. So September 3rd and 4th, Fresno Fairgrounds, CCKRA for more information. Tag us. So for shout outs over the weekend, we give out shout outs for our NorCal Carters. If you want, tag us so we know where you're at. If you want to shout out, tag us so we can let everybody know how you guys are doing. So yeah, let's get into our guest, Jason.
Muted. There we go. First up, we're going to introduce William Wallace. William, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. I love that backlight. You got the studio thing going on. I could probably take some tips from you on that.
Yeah.
I have office paper and miscellaneous books, and then here you have the studio light, the nice white walls. Very well done. So tell us about yourself. Who are you? What chassis do you run? What engine package or classes do you race? And where is your home track?
I'm William Wallace. My local track is Santa Maria. I run a VLR chassis, and I'm in the Briggs 206 category.
Briggs 206? And I'm going to assume it's going to be Junior 206?
Yes.
Since you're on our junior show?
Yeah.
All right. You're not in the master's class?
Maybe soon. I don't know.
Maybe soon. All right. That means you have to pay for your own racing. You know that, right? And then, so give us a fun fact about you away from karting. What is one of your hobbies or something you like to do away from karting or away from the kart track?
I enjoy playing basketball.
You're a basketball player?
Yeah.
Do you play for school or a league?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? All right. So we're going to have multiple athletes on tonight. Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to bring up our next guest, Casey Moyer. Casey, long time no see.
Yeah. Yes.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty well.
All right.
Pretty happy.
So why don't you tell everyone who you are, your home track, what class you run, and something you do outside of karting.
Uh-oh.
Check your mic. Check your cord.
Hello?
All right, while we get Casey set up, we'll come right back to him. Manville, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Same question for you. Home track, chassis that you run, engine package, class that you run, and something away from karting that you do for fun.
My name is Manville Alvanesian. I race in the L206 junior class on a VLR. My home track is Blue Max Kart Club. I like mountain biking as a hobby, I guess, on my free time.
All right. Blue Max. Nice little NorCal track there. Very cool. And let's see, you said Briggs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say VLR chassis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have everything covered here. And you like to mountain bike.
Yeah, on my free time.
Okay. Did you ever go up to like Tahoe or anything like that?
Not yet.
Not yet. On the list?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us this evening. Let's see. Next up, This is a return guest, Keegan Palick. So our very first live stream that Keegan, his father, and I did, we actually had to do it twice. It was a great interview, but after we played it back, Keegan was off screen. So welcome back. Thank you, a couple years ago for helping me get the live stream going and all the video stuff. Same question for you. Home track, the class that you run, fun things you do away from the track.
My home track is Sonoma, Sonoma Raceway. I run a VLR, or the city chassis, and I like either mountain biking or fishing as like a hobby away.
Nice. And then just to clarify, we have a couple of our panel guests. They run the VLR chassis, but Keegan runs the VLR 100cc engine, correct?
Yes.
On the Sodi Kart chassis.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Are you running a silver head or are you running a black head on the engine?
Silverhead.
No, it's a VLR.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. All right, let's see here. Let's circle back to Casey Moyer real quick. We got you there, Casey? Nope. Let's get rid of the headset for now. All right, try it without the headset. Actually, we're completely muted. All right, we're not going to kick you from the show, but let's get your sound figured out, okay? And then let me bring up Mason Mitchell real quick.
I'll go in the chat.
Okay. Ashley's going to take care of you over in the chat room. Mason Mitchell, how are you doing this evening?
Good.
All right. So tell us about yourself, the chassis that you run, the class that you run, your home track, and one thing you do away from the kart track.
I run 206 Junior 2, KA Junior, and Rock VLR, all on an OTK.
All on the OTK. Cool.
Yeah. My home track is probably Prairie Cities, the closest one. I don't really have hobbies because we're almost at the track every weekend. So when we aren't at the track, we are working around the house usually. So.
Like, is welding a favorite hobby of yours?
I'm trying to get to it.
So for those that don't know, Mason Mitchell, his family owns Racer Motorsports, and they have the kart stands that have been in Northern California since at least the 90s, maybe longer.
It started in 1992.
1992. Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. And let's see, we'll bring the whole panel up, and then I think Casey's just trying to reset everything. So once he joins us back in, we'll let him do his introduction. So we have Ridgely Welsh. He's our regular. He was missing for a couple of weeks, so it's nice to have Ridgely back. So he always chimes in and says hello. And then let's see, Ren Panzer. I think I know who that is. That must be a Moyer right there. Nice Ren Sport reunion posters, Palak.
Those are my dad's.
Those are your dad's.
Yeah.
Well, you get credit for it.
Maybe.
All right.
Hold on. Bringing in Casey. Go ahead. Try again, Casey.
Oh, he zipped out. He'll be back.
All right. He'll be back.
Oh, that's a great question to start off the show. Let's see. Max TPC, I'm here as well.
Hey. All right. First question.
Oh, what was each of the drivers' breakout weekend for karting? Let's start with, let's see here, Manville. Let's start with you. What was one of your biggest breakout weekends in karting that you can remember?
Well, the biggest race I've participated in so far was the IKF Grand Nationals. But I think one of my most important races, it was just a Prairie City club race. In the pre-final, I dropped a chain, so I was starting last. I had a pretty good rise up through the grid, so I would say that was one of my best drives.
So you dropped a chain and you had to start in the back.
Yeah.
And you worked your way
I dropped
through
a
the
chain
field?
while running third, so
Oh, while running third.
I had the pace. It was going pretty good. But
Got it. Okay. Very cool. Hey, Mason Mitchell, how about you? A breakout weekend for karting.
So either IKF Nationals last year at Prairie City, I went from 18th on the grid to 10th in the main, and then or Cal Speed this year, where we finished top 10 at my first ever pro kart race down in Cal Speed. So
Those two really stand out to you?
yeah, and then Reno KPX was a pretty good weekend, but
All right.
That's
William
awesome.
Wallace, how about you?
Probably last year's finale for KPX. It was my second KPX race ever, and I was able to run in the top 5 and was able to get a third in the end.
Nice. Did that give you a little bit of a momentum going into the off season? Kind of a
Yeah.
confidence boost?
Definitely.
Definitely. And let's see. Keegan, how about you? A breakout weekend in karting for you that really stands out?
I mean, not that many. I've had like a few good race weekends where I got like 3-4 guys, but not that much.
Nothing really stands out to you?
No, not really.
No.
Oh, it's crazy.
Didn't you win an award a couple of years ago?
Oh yeah, I got it was a trophy for overall. I got 3rd place. That was pretty good.
Yeah. And you got I think what sportsmanship award as well?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was actually now that you mentioned that, that's probably it. There's
That's probably it.
yeah, that's probably it.
All right, we got Casey back. Let's try Casey
can you hear me?
again.
Yep. Hey Casey, we're gonna bring you to the full screen, okay?
Okay.
All right. So tell us who you are, what
All right,
class you run, what chassis you're on, your local track, and something you do away from karting.
Okay, so I'm Casey Moyer, and I race VLR at Sonoma. I race K100 at sometimes at SCUSA, and I race LO206 Junior at KPX for KPX. For KPX and 206, I drive the Cosmic chassis, and I drive the Xpree chassis for Sonoma and like 2-stroke. Things I do outside of racing are I play tennis and I play the saxophone in band.
All right. So tennis, that's a new sport from our juniors. And saxophone, so you're a musician.
Yes.
All right. So if anyone wants to add on, like if any of our guests answers have like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, don't be afraid to chime in. I'm gonna bring everyone back up again. Oh, actually, Ashley did that. Perfect. Let's see. Do we have everyone? We have 7. All right. Sorry about the little slow start there, but we'll get to it. So Val, that was a great question. That was a good way to open up the show with breakout weekends. That's actually, I'm gonna steal that question and put it on my my questionnaire list because I like that one. I always have the cheesy one, like where's your favorite place to eat? So Ashley, ask them a question. You're on mute.
Let's just get that out of the way now then.
Let's just get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
right.
What's your favorite place to eat while you're traveling to the track?
We'll start with Manville. So what we'll do is we'll just try to go round robin. Like, let's see, clockwise my direction. So Manville, when you guys are traveling to or from the races, what's one of your favorite places to stop and eat?
one of my favorite places to stop and eat would probably be the Habit Burger Grill. I don't know.
Oh,
Or
Habit.
we bring our own food.
Okay. You bring your own food to the track, and do you do the whole barbecue thing?
Well, our team has food, but like for
Oh,
dinner,
okay.
we sometimes
Nice.
bring our own food, or for the road.
That's one of the things I do kind of miss about the racing. Since I'm not actively racing right now, staying at the tracks or staying close to the track and doing the barbecues Saturday after practice, it's just a whole different community. It's a lot of fun.
All right, Mason.
Yeah.
Depends what's really the healthiest around, because I have to lose quite a bit of weight if we want to go run all the big SCUSA races. So it's whatever's the healthiest, and it helps out the whole family really.
There you go. Taking one for the team.
Okay, let's forget about healthy. If we said right now we're not worried about your weight, we're not worried about a class, where are you going to go eat right now on the way to the track?
Either some Italian place or Chick-fil-A.
Oh, you're loading up on the carb.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. I think that's a new one for us, Ashley.
Yeah.
We haven't had Chick-fil-A yet.
We've had Chick-fil-A, but it's not as common as In-N-Out.
Yeah. All right. William Wallace, how about you?
Either Chipotle or In-N-Out.
Okay.
In-N-Out. All right. Keegan.
There's I don't know if it's like a chain or something, but there's a Red Boys pizza right up by Sonoma that's really good. It's a good pizza.
What's it called?
Red Boys?
Red Boys?
Yeah, Red Boys Pizza.
I think you have about half of NorCal right now adding that to their Google Maps bookmark.
Dude, okay, nobody go when I go, but everybody go.
Everybody go. Let's see. Casey.
At Sonoma, I like to eat on the way home at the Habit Burger Grill. And whenever I go to stay overnight for a race at Sonoma, I like to go to Phyllis's.
Go to where?
Phyllis's.
Phyllis's?
Yeah.
And where is that?
That's in Marin.
Oh, in Marin. Okay. We haven't had that one on the show yet either.
Right.
Very good. I like it. Trenton Healy, Steak and Shake.
I haven't been to Steak and Shake in a while. Wow.
I don't even know if they have them out here.
There's one in Reno, I think.
Is there? Okay.
I remember we were talking about that one time for dinner at, when we were in Reno this year.
All right. So we gotta. If you're going to Reno for the IKF Grand Nationals this year, Steak and Shake is where I will be at.
Yeah, the other thing we don't have out here, we don't have custard places. Like,
all right,
I think there's one in Fresno, but then you go to the Midwest and they have custard places everywhere.
Did everybody answer the question?
Yep.
All right.
I think so.
So first question we have. Well, first we're going to talk about your season so far. Where have you been at? What have you learned so far? And then we're going to talk about your plans for the rest of the year. Okay. So I think Mason kind of touched on he's getting ready for SCUSA and stuff like that. So if you guys have anything you're working for, tell us about that. Okay. So we're going to talk about your season so far and then your plans for the rest of the year. Okay. Things you've learned, stuff like that. Okay. So we'll start maybe. Jason, do you want to go through again?
Go round robin?
Yeah.
Mandel, start it off.
So, in the past season, I've raced in KPX, trying to get a top 5 in the championship. I've also raced a little bit of Blue Max Club and Prairie City Club. We haven't decided what we're going to do later on in the season, like the national races, but still a plan.
Okay.
Mason, how about you?
So Supernats, Rock Vegas, those are the two big ones, and maybe even Miami Grands in Northern Carolina. Probably finish up the 2-stroke Prairie City races. Just I'm in the lead for that, so finish that up. Pro Kart in Santa Maria this year as well, and Newcastle, I think. or Cal
Okay.
Speed. Cal
Cal
Speed.
Speed. Did you hear what Ashley said earlier about CCKRA going to the
Yeah.
Fresno Fairgrounds?
Yeah.
And it's a great tune-up race for the
Temporary.
two big Vegas races.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the Santa Maria race is also that weekend, or that's the following weekend. So we'll probably be practicing in Santa Maria though.
Okay.
Mason, you run 2 and 4 cycle, right?
Yes.
Which one do you like better?
Depends which one's performing the best. If it's so for this year, it's been definitely 2-stroke. We've shown some strong pace at Reno, and even in the 4-stroke, we saw some really good pace at Reno, but we didn't race it just because we didn't have enough mechanics. So I think Reno, it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. But
All
2-stroke
right.
is mostly my favorite. I think also I feel like if 2-strokes the more competitive class in like if you go regional or bigger races.
All right, cool. Okay, William.
I've been running the KPX championship along with Prairie City. As much as we can run, we try and run the CCKRA series, and then whenever we can, we go out to Santa Maria and support the club a little bit. And then in the future, we're gonna finish up all the championships hopefully, and we're planning on going to Phoenix for the Super Showdown, Reno for IKF, and possibly go out to Indy for the Grand Nats, but that's on the line.
Okay, good to know. Okay, Keegan.
The question was, how was the year so far, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's been pretty good. I've gained a bit, and for the future, I'm just looking to like keep getting faster. Not much more really. I'm not shooting too high.
All right, Casey.
It's been going pretty well. I've been driving in the Sonoma Sanzaro series, KPX, and every once in a while a club race at Prairie City or any other local tracks. We're planning on going to Rock the Rio. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. Good luck, guys. Okay, so we had a question come in. It's multiple questions. One of them is a bonus question that we already had. So let's kind of dissect a little bit.
You want me to read it?
When all of you started, how old were you when all of you started? Go ahead, anybody can talk.
I started pretty much 2 years ago. I started practicing in a junior 1 kart when I was 11.
Okay.
I started at like around 8 or 9, so I've been going for like 3.5 years or so.
I can't see the lips move.
Oh,
Who was that?
me. It was Keegan.
Oh, Keegan. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to bring everyone up to the big screen.
All right. Sorry, Keegan. Say it again. How old were you?
I started at like 8 or 9, and I've been going for like 3.5 years or so.
Okay. William?
I've raced for about a year and a little bit now, so it's about 13.
Okay. And then Casey?
I have been racing for about 7 or 6.5 years. I got my first kart when I was 5 and started driving when I was 5, and I started racing when I was 6.
Wow. All right. So then the next question is, how did you get interested in go-kart racing? So, sorry, Manvel, did you answer the other question? I just realized. Let's go back.
Oh, I don't think
Did
so.
you answer? How old were you when you started racing? And then you can start us
So
off
I
with.
also got
Go ahead.
okay. I started karting at 8, but I started racing at about 11 or 10.
Okay. And
And
then you can start off with how did you get interested in go-kart racing?
okay, so I didn't really know anything about it, but one day my dad brought up the idea of it, and I thought it would seem really interesting, and we tried it out, and it's been going on to this day.
And you have a brother,
Yeah,
right? And he
I'm
races
racing
too.
against him this season.
Oh, how okay. So are you guys competitive about it? Are you guys cool about it? Like
At
how
first, it
does
was
that
kind of
how
competitive, but now we're trying to just work together, just go
all right.
through, work together.
Good, good. All right. So we're gonna go back around and we'll ask William. William, how'd you get interested in go-kart racing?
I've always been interested in racing. I've been wanting to go to the Santa Maria Club for a little bit, just see what it was like, and I just made the decision to ask my parents to go out one day, and it's just started from there.
Awesome. So you guys okay, that's your local track, right? Santa Maria?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Keegan, how did you get interested in go-kart racing?
Well, my dad has been racing for like 15, 16 years now, and like along that time, I saw him go, and I was like, oh, what is he doing? And then I got into it.
That's awesome. Were you like, I think I could do this too?
No, I was more like intrigued on what he was doing, not like more of a less of a less of a competition.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Okay, Mason, how'd you guys get into go-karting?
So it all started with my dad, and then I always just watched like NASCAR, IndyCar all the time on TV. Then finally, we just decided let's give it a try. So
Yeah. And then how'd you guys find Prairie City? Did you know about it already or did you
my
like
dad knew about Davis, Dixon, Reno.
Okay.
He raced all of those tracks, so he just like he's raced all of them and probably won at all of them too.
All right, cool. All right, next is Casey.
So the way I got into karting was my dad one day. Well, I always like to watch F1 and stuff like that, and my dad decided that he wanted to bring me to Sonoma one day, and I was pretty interested in it, and he asked me if I wanted to try this out, and I said yes. But I definitely said yes, and we got my first kart when I was 5, and I've never stopped since then.
All right, so Val wants to know, when are you going to put a rubber chicken on your cart? Inside joke.
Hopefully I can get that rubber chicken on my cart. Hopefully by Rock the Reel. Good luck.
So what's the rubber chicken mean?
The rubber chicken is for good luck,
That's
and
for good
Val
luck.
won at Reno with the rubber chicken, so it obviously works.
All right. It's okay, so now Val's saying explain the joke. There's a joke here.
Well, my friends Val and Max. So Max Altman, shout out to him. He and I love to eat chicken strips at Sonoma, and we have taken the name of the 3 chickens, and Val has the rubber chicken on his cart for good luck, and I'm hoping to get that on my cart soon too.
Okay, that's awesome. Everybody should do stuff like that. Just saying. Okay, so we have a question for everyone now. David Welsh wants to know, what's your favorite track and why? Go ahead. Who wants to start?
Reno's my favorite track. It suits our carts really good and we're fast. So
All right, Reno.
I like Dixon, it's really fun and like flowy. I like that.
Interesting. I haven't heard of Dixon in a long time. That's cool. Okay, Manvel.
I like Santa Maria. It's a pretty fun and technical track.
Yeah. Okay, William.
Oh, I like Phoenix a lot. It was just a really good weekend out there, so it's a good track.
Do you like Phoenix better than Tucson? Have you been to Tucson too?
No, I haven't, sadly.
All right. When you go, then you tell me which one you like better. Casey, your favorite track and why?
My favorite four-stroke track is definitely Reading, and I just love all the corners. It's very flowing. And my favorite two-stroke track is probably Sonoma, because I've been driving there for a very long time.
All right. Next, let me see.
Speaking
Eric.
of Sonoma, Keegan and Casey, they know this. We do live streaming at Sonoma for the rock races.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Yeah. And the junior, what was it? Junior 100cc this weekend. Everybody needs to go back and watch that one.
The 100cc Junior.
Yeah. Isn't that the one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right. So we do have a bonus question. You guys want to get into the bonus question already? What senior driver would you want to race against? Go.
Hey, Mason, you can go first because I see a big smile on your face.
Dylan Alviani, he's like my even off the track we're competitive. So every time it's a low practice day, not a lot of people are there, we'll hop in RKAs and we'll try to race each other. So that's one person I really would want to be in senior.
Last lap, last corner, going to the checkered. Are you moving him out of the way if you're in second?
Depends how he raced me on the first few laps.
No, you better.
If he races me hard, then I'll
take him out.
I'll make sure I don't give him space because he's like that to me.
That's a good answer. I like that answer. Very political. Keegan.
All right, William Wallet. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I grabbed Keegan.
I would probably race Chris. He's pretty far up there. He's under a 10 and he's really nice.
So for those who don't know, Chris who?
I actually forgot his last name. I'm sorry, but
what's his cart number?
911.
Chris Martin.
Yeah, Martin. Yeah, sorry.
That's our homie. Shout out Chris Martin.
Christopher Martin. Or as I called him earlier in the year, Ryan Martin.
No. Well, that's awesome. Okay, let's go. We'll go with Casey next.
I would have to go with Val Garbarino. He's not a senior driver yet, but he's going to be next year, and I think it'd be a really good challenge.
Oh, and Val's listening.
Looking forward. A forward looker right there.
All right, William.
It's gotta be Cade. Gotta be here.
It'd be who?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Cade. Gotta be here.
Cade?
Yeah.
All right. That's a good one. Cade, you have to come on our senior show too. Shout out Cade. He watches our show sometimes. All right. Next, Manvel.
I'd like to race Zach Rivera. I'd like to race Zach Rivera one day because I've been learning a lot from him. So it'd be fun to see how it works out.
That would be a good one too. Zach, you have to come on our show too, Zach. Rivera, shout out. Okay, here we go. We got more questions. That was actually a good one. I was not expecting some of those. Dylan Albiani.
No one said me.
Okay, so here we go. What's your best memory of karting so far? Go ahead, Nambil, you can start.
My best memory of karting would be maybe one of my wins or just staying up late at the track, hanging out with friends, riding bikes or scooters.
That's awesome. That was my favorite thing to do too. All right, William.
The racing. It's just always fun to race with everybody I know.
All right. Keegan.
Probably the third place overall in my class trophy. Also, my mom commented that.
Shout out, Mom. Hey. Junior Mom. Hey. All right. Casey, what's your best memory of karting so far?
My best memory would probably be traveling to Italy for a race at South Garda karting. That's something I'll never forget.
Did you say South Garda?
Yeah.
You went to South Garda?
Yeah,
Wow.
I did
Nice.
in 2019.
Very cool.
Impressive. All right. Did everybody, Mason, go ahead.
Probably just it was like probably just a practice. It was me, Trenton Healy and Chase Hand. And it was at Prairie City, and it was like the first time I could actually somewhat stay with and battle with them. That was just a fun memory I had because it's like the first time I felt like I had pace.
All right. That's awesome. Okay. So,
Let's bring up Michael's question.
Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see it. Sorry. All right. Michael Ting, how many days does it take to recover from a racing weekend? Whatever the answer is, I'm jealous. All right. Mason, how long does it take you to recover from a race weekend?
Depends what class and how hard you race. If it's a 4-stroke, it's 0 days for me. If it's a 2-stroke, maybe 1 day to fully get back because it's just a lot harder on me. But either way, it's just not that long.
All right. The answer is they're kids, Michael Ting. They're kids. Keegan.
I don't race 4-stroke, so I would probably 2-stroke. I would say like 1 to 2 days tops.
Cool. He said shakes fist.
Hey, Michael, that means you can actually lift your arms today, so that's a good step.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, Michael was racing yesterday. Actually, he had a really good run going in the heat races. He was running up in 5th with the seniors. And he's a master's driver, and he was running right around 5th with the senior kids.
All right, Casey, how long does it take you to recover from a race weekend?
Not very long. Not an amount of days in specific, but not very long.
Interesting. All right, William.
Doesn't take too long. I mean, I might be a little tired the next day, but it's nothing too bad.
Yeah, their adrenaline's still pumping. Manbel?
For me, it would be probably maximum 1 day, just a couple bruises here and there.
Yeah. Say were you the no, you're not the Santa Maria. But Santa Maria's a rough track, right? Where are you? William is the one.
It can get pretty rough. Yeah.
Right. Do you get like bruises and stuff too still, like even after that being your home track?
Not. I used to. No, I don't. We have some stuff to fit me in the cart that won't that protects me from that, but it's definitely gone away.
All right, cool. Did everybody answer that question?
I think so. Do we get everyone on that
so.
one? Yeah. All right, let's bring up Ryan Martin's question.
Yeah, that's what I was going. That's where I was going next. Okay, our friend Ryan Martin, for the junior drivers, what do you look forward to running as a senior class in the future? Shifter or tag? Go ahead.
For me, I'm looking forward to running into the tag 100cc senior because then it's got more people in the group and that means more competition. Really, that's mainly it.
All right.
So 100cc for the competition. All right. Who's next? Mason. Or go ahead. Manville, go ahead.
So I definitely like to run Senior 206 in KPX. We've seen that it's a pretty competitive class. It would also be a cool experience to try a shifter. I think that would be pretty cool and fun.
All right. A little bit of both. Mason, shifter or tag?
Both really. I would probably just run every class I could find. Might not race shifter, but I would definitely run 125, 100, and then 206 too. X30.
All right. Casey?
I'm looking forward to the senior class, 100cc. Tag, because there are going to be a lot more people, and same with 206. There are a lot of seniors, and I think it'd be really great to get a shifter and practice with that.
Yep. All right. All right.
I'm gonna make that go viral. It's gonna go viral one day.
Okay, William, did you choose already?
No.
Go ahead.
I definitely run 206, but if I had to choose between a shifter or a tag, I'd probably choose tag because of the amount of people in the field and just the close racing.
All right. So we had a good mix. All right.
Did we get everybody?
I think so. Keegan,
If we didn't get you, speak up.
raise your hand. All right, going through. Allison, tell us about your tent and the team you're with. What do you like about your team? Go ahead, William.
Right now I'm in the VLR driver program, and it's just great to run with Cade and Sophia and David if they're there. Just it's a great experience and good friendships and all that.
So your team was VLR. Oh, VLR. Yeah, with David.
Yeah.
Come on,
All
Ashley.
right.
Like, you know who David is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Okay, I get it now. All right. Next up, we'll bring up Keegan.
The Cardin Collective tent. It's really fun and like welcoming, kind of. Nick Leduc, our main mechanic, basically. He's really nice and really helpful. And the team you race with. There's a jet flying. Sorry. And it's really fun to race with the 10 because they're really like reliable and they're really nice.
All right, keep it on Keegan for a second. Keegan, how psyched are you that the Ren Sport reunion is going back to Laguna Seca?
Pretty psyched. That's I am pretty sure I'm going to that. I might have to check with my dad, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to that. It sounds like it's going to be really fun.
Very cool.
All right.
Sorry, I lost that other question. Where'd
I
it
have
go?
it right here.
There we go.
Go.
Let's see. Do we get Mason? Nope.
We run Team Racer Motorsports with the help of Speed Sense and Ryan Perry Motorsports. The big races like Supernatural will probably run with Ryan Perry. But we also get help from Dylan Albiani, and yeah.
All right, Casey. Tell us about your team.
I race with Speed Sense Motorsports. It's great because it has a great environment and they're very reliable. I just recently moved to Speed Sense and I'm having a great time on the team.
Yeah. All right. Next, Manuel.
I race with Nevada Kart Sport. It's a really good team. We're all like family under the tent.
All right. Lots of names here. Did everybody have a turn? Yeah. Okay. So here's another question. Who's going to Rockfest West? Anyone? No?
Raise a hand. Everyone's mic died.
Casey will be
Casey's
there.
Keegan, you're
I'll
probably going to
be
be there,
there.
aren't you?
Jason will be there. All right.
I'm going.
let's
Ashley's
see.
going. Keegan, it's going to be the same weekend as what race number 6 was scheduled for. So you're probably going to be there. You haven't missed a race in like 2.5 years.
Yeah, true.
Anybody else? Rockfest West. Show of hands.
We had a question for Keegan too.
Oh,
Keegan, what's the biggest fish you've ever caught? And what type of fish?
my mom has commented 3 times so far. Stop.
It's okay. It happens with every junior show.
Yeah, it's fun.
I caught a North Canadian pike up in Canada. It was pretty big. It was like 15 pounds something. It was nice.
I thought I saw on your Instagram it was a goldfish and it was like 1 pound. It was a pike, 15-pound pike.
Yeah, it's a northern pike. It's really we have a cabin up in Canada, and we go up there like every other year or so. Because of COVID, we missed like the last few times, but when we go up there, it's pretty fun.
You should take Ryan Martin back home on one of these trips.
Jeez. All right, here we go. Edson Mitchell, what senior driver do you respect the most, and do you think he could go to the next level? That'll be our last question, and then we'll do final thoughts and shout outs, okay? So we'll start with Manuel, and then we'll go all the way around again.
So I've seen that Zach Rivera, he's been trying out the shifter class lately, so I think that he could go professionally in shifter and go on to win races in the national championships and stuff like that.
All right. Casey.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe Jeremy Fletcher, but I'm not 100% sure right now.
All right.
If you're not sure, you can just say Jason Berry.
Yeah. Don't quit your day job. All right, Mason.
I respect Dylan Albiani, obviously. Travis Mitchell, I think he's also I think he's a pretty good driver. And Frankie Mossman, I've seen him at a few races. He did pretty good in Newcastle. Was fighting for the win all weekend. Won down in Cal Speed, so I think he's a very good driver.
Well, Mitchell's been on our show before. Maybe we'll see him at Rockfest West.
Okay. Keegan, did you answer this one?
No, not yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Probably Christopher Martin again. I really respect him. He's a great driver, and I think he could go professional.
That's awesome. I love that. All right, William.
I respect a lot of the senior drivers up in front, but I think they can all make it to the next level. There's not a few that I believe would over others.
All right. Okay, so now we're at the part of the show where we go through our final thoughts, shout outs. Yeah, you guys can close this out. Thanks for joining us tonight. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about, any questions, yeah, let's do it. Go ahead. We'll start with Keegan at the bottom. Once we're done, you can leave or you can hang out in the waiting room, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Keegan.
I would. Oh,
Go ahead.
I would like to give a shout out to my dad for kind of getting me into like all this, and also like being really supportive through all of it. And yeah, I just want to say thank you.
Thanks, Keegan. All right, let's do William next.
I'd just like to thank everybody that's helped me along the way. My dad, my mom, Stories, the Vasquez, God Be Here's, and VLR. They've been really supportive, and I really appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, William. Thanks for joining us. Good luck this year. We'll see you later.
See you.
All right. Have a good night. Next up, we'll do Mason. And then.
I want to give a shout out to Trendon Healy and his family, and Steven Izart and his family, Speed Sense, RPM, and Racer Motorsports, and also Dylan Abiani and my mom and dad.
All right. Thanks, Mason, for hanging out with us. Good luck this year. And are you going to be in Prairie City this weekend?
We're thinking about it.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye. Next, we'll do Casey.
Shout out to Speed Sense Motorsports, Max Altman, Val Garbarino, Steve Budelli for mechanicking, my dad, my mom, and everyone who has supported me.
All right. Thanks, Casey. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good weekend. We'll see you later. We'll see you at Rockfest. All right, Manuel, go ahead and close us out.
I would like to thank my parents for supporting me in all this racing, especially my dad for helping me. He has to work on my cart and my brother's cart at the same time. I'd also like to give a shout out to bestlicensplateframes.com for supporting me every race, as well as everybody under the Nevada Kart Sport team.
All right. Good luck this year, Manuel. We'll see ya. Thanks for hanging out.
Sorry, I don't know if I'm up. My ADD kicked in.
So
I'm looking at best license plates.
Tell us.
Frames.com.
So I have a shout out also. In Sonoma, Steve Budelli was walking around with a NorCal Carter shirt. Jason, where can we get NorCal Carter shirts?
NorCalCarters.com. Click on the shop tab. And we have more shirts on order. So I probably should change the shopping cart around so you can actually do a pre-order. But we'll have all sizes back in stock in about 2 weeks.
Yeah. All right. So go to our website, like and subscribe on YouTube and Facebook. And if you want to come on my show to talk about karting, let's do it. Bye, NorCal.
All right, NorCal Carters, that was our junior show. Today's August 11th, not 11th, 1st, 2022. I apologize. I'm looking pretty rough right now, but just tired.
Close out the show, Jason.
What's that?
Close out the show.
Close out the show. So I just realized I'm looking a little bit rough. So 2 things. Ashley and I have been talking about a new idea. We are not going to change NorCal Mondays. So Ashley's got a great thing going with the NorCal Monday show, with our different guests, with the different themes. We're talking about enhancing my weekly podcast show where we talk about the events and we bring up upcoming events. and making it almost like an open call, open line type of a thing. One idea was to do it after this show, completely separate show, but after this one, or more of a midday show, and the clubs can chime in, kind of basically during business hours, talk about how the club events went, to give us race reports. So give us your thoughts on something like that. And without anything else really to say, check out NorCalCarters.com. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You coming back on, Ashley? No. Oh, you're giving me my signal. And just remember,
Yeah, it's time.
it's time. And just remember, if we all get one person in a karting, by next year we will double.